That's why they kept you close, but never close enough. Not enough to build something real. Not enough to offer certainty. Not enough to make you feel safe, but just enough to make sure you didn't fully leave. And for a long time, you probably called that confusion, bad timing, emotional unavailability, fear, immaturity. You gave it every softer name possible because the harder truth felt too cold to say out loud. But the truth is, some people know exactly what you are to them. They know you're rare. They know you're patient. They know you're loyal. They know you bring depth, emotional intelligence, tenderness, stability, and genuine care. They know you're the person who listens between the lines, the person who notices the shift in tone, the person who gives grace where most people would leave, the person who tries to understand instead of punish, the person who loves in a way that feels safe, intentional, and real. They know. That's why they don't fully let go. Not because they're ready to rise to your level, but because even emotionally immature people can recognize value when they're standing in front of it. And that's what hurts. Because you kept thinking, if they see how real I am, they'll eventually do right by me. If they feel how genuine this is, they'll stop playing with it. If I love them clearly enough, maybe they'll become clearer too. But people do not always rise to what is good for them. Sometimes they just consume it. Sometimes they enjoy it. Sometimes they lean on it. Sometimes they keep it nearby because it comforts them, even while they remain completely unequipped to protect it. That's the part a lot of good-hearted people learn too late. Being valuable does not guarantee being valued correctly. Some people love what you give, but not enough to become the kind of person who deserves continued access to it. They like your softness. They like your understanding. They like the way you stay calm when they're chaotic. They like the way you see the best in them. They like the emotional safety you create. But liking what you provide is not the same as being capable of reciprocating it. And here's the harsh truth. A lot of people don't sabotage good connections because they fail to recognize them. They sabotage them because they recognize them, and still don't have the discipline, honesty, or emotional maturity to handle them with care. That's why they give you just enough. Enough to keep hope alive. Enough to stop you from closing the door. Enough to make you think progress is happening. Enough to make their inconsistency feel like confusion instead of entitlement. Because as long as you keep hoping, they get to keep benefiting. That's why being a deeply loving person without strong boundaries becomes dangerous. Not because your love is wrong, but because it attracts people who want the comfort of your depth without the responsibility of matching it. People who want your emotional labor without emotional accountability. People who want your reassurance, your patience, your insight, your loyalty, while giving you uncertainty in return. And the worst part? They often know you deserve better. They know you're too good for the way they move. They know you show up differently. They know your standards should have removed them already. But they also know you keep trying to understand them. And that makes staying half-committed very easy for them. So no, stop asking why they fumbled you like it means something is missing in you. Some people mishandle good things because good things require emotional discipline. Good things require honesty. Good things require consistency. Good things require presence. Good things require choosing someone properly instead of just enjoying what they offer while you remain emotionally careless. And not everybody has that capacity. The power move is to stop taking their failure personally. Stop treating their inability like a reflection of your worth. Stop assuming that because they didn't build with you, you weren't worth building with. Sometimes the truth is much simpler. You were the kind of person they needed, but they were never the kind of person you should have settled for. You were not hard to love. You were just too real for someone who wanted comfort without commitment. Too solid for someone addicted to inconsistency. Too genuine for someone who only knows how to appreciate value after they've already mishandled it. And once you understand that, you stop chasing closure from people who were never emotionally qualified to hold what you gave them. They knew you were good for them. They just weren't good for you.